Hey guys, Joe here, and welcome back for another episode at Town Hall 8. And I'm actually pretty excited to bring to you a completely new strategy, or a altered strategy, if you will. And really, this is how it went down. I finished up the strategy on the Town Hall 8 GoHoBo, and I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking to myself, why can't we just replace the Valkyries in the clan castle with the bowlers? And the reason why I say this is since the most recent update, the bowlers troop housing has been reduced from 8 to 6, so that would be 4 bowlers added to the clan castle of 25 housing space at Town Hall 8. So essentially what I've done is I've taken the perfect crew of the golems, Valkyries, and hogs, and I've essentially replaced it with the Valkyries with the bowlers. And really what this does is this adds the double splash damage, if you will, from the bowler opposed to the Valkyrie. Now, most of you are probably saying, Joe, what's the point in this when the Valkyrie is pretty strong, especially a level 5? But really what I wanted to see here was take the Valkyrie, for instances. She just runs all like a wild Mustang throughout the base, and you can't really predict where she's going to go. If you funnel her correctly, yes, she'll go straight directly to the core of the base and destroy everything. But what I wanted to see was the bowler with his ability to throw a boulder and hit and strike 2 different structures. If properly funneled into the core of the base, he can actually assist the hog riders and keep them from going into the core altogether, where most Town Hall 8s have the giant bombs and Teslas. So what we actually have here is GoBoho or GoHoBo, however, whatever fancy name you want to name it as. But the attack planning is pretty much the same as a GoBoho strategy, and we'll look at the planning phase, and then the execution is really the same exact thing that you would do. You're not really, well, you're still relying heavily on your hog portion and the timing. However, the bowlers actually do some things that the Valkyries don't. So as we run into this first replay, I actually test 2 different spell compositions, but I kept the army composition about the same. I bring 2 golems because I want to have a heavy protection for my wizards, my barbarian king, and also the bowlers. You got to remember, I only have 4 bowlers that are in the clan castle, so having that additional golem and running in shattered, it actually provides me additional coverage for the funneling, for creating the funnel before I drop my bowlers, and then it also protects the bowlers as they're doing the work from behind. So really what I'm doing is I'm relying heavily on my golems to hit any giant bomb locations and any spring traps to actually protect the bowlers as they move into the core of the base, because they're not really as beefy as the golem is. So, and then I also bring 1 rage spell because bowlers under rage, especially at Town Hall 11 from what I've seen so far, they put in a pretty good work. And then I bring 2 poison spells to take care of the clan castle, in addition with the high DPS of the wizards. If I have enough wizards on the map to take care of whatever comes out of that clan castle, then I should be fine. So as I work into the planning phase of this attack, I noticed that all the outer ring, all the defenses, or point defenses if you will, archer towers and cannons are on the outer portion of the base. This is great for hog riders. And then there's a lot of large gaps for giant bombs within the core of the base. So the clan castle and barbarian king are actually centralized. So what I want to do is I want to start out with my 2 golems on one side of this base, and really I'm going to come in from one side of the base that's actually has the path of least resistance and lower HP structures like the barracks and the elixir drills. And I bring 2 golems in, and then I follow it up with wizards. And then and giving them an opportunity to clean, then I'll drop my Barbarian King after the wizards have cleaned the structures on the outer portion of the base. That way the Barbarian King actually funnels into the base. Use some wall breakers to open up the first compartment, and then I drop the bowlers behind. But what I really want to do is make sure that the clan castle comes out, and that way the wizards and the bowlers work together in taking out the clan castle troops and the Barbarian King in the center of this base. And then, same as the previous video on the GoHoBo strategy, as soon as the Clan Castle and Barbarian King go down, I can start immediately sprinkling in 2 to 3 hogs per defense on at least the same side of the base. So as we get this video rolling, you'll see that I drop my 2 golems, and then I get a wide spread of wizards behind them and start working on those structures on the outer wall. Cracked open that wall in 2 different sections, drop my Barbarian King, and this also starts to bring out the Clan Castle, which has a Valkyrie and some wizards in it. Drop my poisons, and then I get the bowlers out there. And as soon as that cannon goes down, the bowlers start to work their way into the base, at which point I drop a rage spell. And as you see there, the golems actually pop a giant bomb, and the bowlers kind of spread out and work their way down towards the southeast. But then I start working in my hog riders, and as they start to come into the center of the base, the golems started working their way into the center of the base. What's pretty cool here is that the bowlers actually take out that wizard tower, which detours the hog riders south instead of running into that double giant bomb placement in the core of the base. So it actually works out pretty well by them being able to take out and do damage to 2 separate structures as they move throughout the base. And at this point, there's really only 2 defensive structures left now that that air defense is down, and the hog riders finish out those 2 structures pretty quickly by themselves, and now it's basically all cleanup period. So as you've seen there, the base fell pretty quick. I mean, some of the defenses weren't quite maxed for Town Hall 8. However, with it being an anti-3-star layout and the Clan Castle being centralized, I was unable to lure the Clan Castle, and I knew that before I actually started the raid itself. And now that we've already spun it up, and really the hogs run through the rest of the base like any other raid and finish up the cleanup portion of this base. So moving into the next raid, I have a slightly different spell composition, adding 4 earthquakes, which would make this a pretty typical GoHoBo spell composition with 2 heal spells. But really the planning process is all the same. The Clan Castle here is also centralized, so it's unlurable. And so basically the same thing. I try to take the path of least resistance with structures on the outside of the base that don't have really high HP. And I bring the same 2 golems, wizards, Barbarian King, and also the bowlers in. And they tend to kind of spread out from each other. They don't really want to stay together. They get kind of focused, and I got one that branches outside. But at that point, once the Clan Castle fell and the enemy Barbarian King was down, I start working in the hogs the same exact way. It's really just a matter of timing and getting them hogs onto the map. The sooner you get the hogs on the map, they can start working on those structures that are actually targeting those golems that are in the center of the base. And as you've seen there, the hogs actually run into the core of the base and hit one of the giant bombs. But I'm able to drop a heal spell there to get their health back up. And they start moving towards the west now, towards the Clan Castle. And at this point, again, there's only 2 defenses left on the base, so really the bowlers are actually assisting with taking out structures in the core of the base and weakening structures on the opposite side of the base as their boulder moves throughout the base. So that's where I kind of find this strategy pretty viable at Town Hall 8, because the defensive structures on a Town Hall 8 base is not really high HP quite yet until you start crossing into the Town Hall 9 range. And the bowlers actually do a pretty good job on the core of the base, working by producing splash damage that affects the opposite side of the base as those hogs work their way in. So yet again, we got another 3-star attack here, using the same similar strategy, just using earthquake spells instead of bringing that rage spell, and it's pretty much the same exact results. So tell me what you think about this strategy. There's really not a lot of changes in the fundamentals that are used for the use of Valkyries. It's just a little bit of different effects by what the troops are doing. So it's great to see the incorporation of bowlers into the Town Hall 8 level. Yeah, drop some comments below and tell me what you think about this strategy. And also a special thanks to Atomic, Effie, S7, Mike, and Jay Holiday for assisting me with these replays. Hey guys, Joe here, and if you made it to this part of the video, thank you. The intent of this channel is to actually slow things down for the viewer, and I'm going to provide overlays and graphics in order to show you what I'm talking about. If you find value in my material, please pass it along to others. I only solely do this for the passion of the game and the family aspect. And as always, you take care.